Yeah, it's obviously been a bit of a struggle for us. We actually just had a conversation in the clubhouse today with the hitting coaches, and it's back to the drawing board. I mean, we got to figure out. I feel like we have a great training environment, but yeah, it's out there, and we got to get out in front of it. And I don't know if there's an easy fix, but we have the talent in there to make adjustments and get this ship back on the right track. So I'm looking forward to that.
Gunnar had 3 more hits last night. He looked like his old self, and it was just a matter of not having a real spring training and building up.
Yeah, I mean, his spring training is right in the thick of, right in the fire when the season started. He's looking more comfortable at the plate. He's getting better swings off. Again, another super talented kid who's I think he's going to get hot here.
Since the meeting that Cedric held with the position players, have you seen a difference in just how the guys are reacting overall?
One thing about this clubhouse is it hasn't changed much. These guys all get along. There's still a lot of positive energy in there. I think it was really cool to see Ced step up in that role. And you're starting to see Ced take on a little bit more of the leadership role, which is kind of getting some of the younger guys out of their shells, and there's more communication during our hitters meetings and stuff. But it's still obviously people are frustrated. This is not the start that we wanted. We had expectations, but these guys are going to work, and they're staying positive, and they're holding each other accountable, and they're pushing each other. So hopefully, we got a chance to win a series again today, and kind of get rolling.
What are you trying to do from a leadership perspective in the clubhouse? Someone who knows a lot of these guys from back in the minors, but also being a first-year coach.
Yeah, it's I have a relationship with a lot of these guys, so it's easy for me to push their buttons, I feel like, when they need it. But again, just trying to stay positive. These guys haven't had much adversity in their careers, especially coming up through the minor leagues when I had them. But they're staying together, they're staying positive, and so hopefully we get a series win today. That'll be back-to-back series wins against 2 really good teams, and we kind of carry some momentum on the road.
You've seen Mayo have success at AAA. What's he need to do to kind of translate that to up here?
Yeah, I think it's number one, getting comfortable here, trying to get regular at-bats, find places for him to get at-bats where he can have success. He's a young player. And he's obviously dominated the minor leagues, and I think he's ready for this test. I think it's just kind of staying within himself. It's kind of been a theme for what I think the offense as a whole. You start to struggle, you try to do a little too much, try to be the hero. Staying within yourself, just try to find barrel, and after that, you can't control what happens.
What's the difference between the big leagues and the minor leagues?
You ain't facing that number 4 or 5 starter in AAA that's probably never going to pitch in the big leagues. This is night in and night out, man. It is cutthroat. You're going to get everybody's best shot. I feel like this team as a whole is targeted. We have guys in here that have proven they can be big-time players in the game. So they're targeted themselves, and teams want to beat us. So they're going to give us their best shot. But it's consistent here. There are no days off. There are no easy matchups. It's hard to win major league games, is what I've come to find out.
What have you learned so far in this first month of being a major league coach?
Yeah, what it takes to play here day in and day out, the consistency of the league, and just how important, playing clean baseball, not making mistakes, executing. It's really important because there's bullpens here. You fall behind, man. It's a challenge against some of these bullpen arms that we've faced, and but yeah, just the consistency and overall play that shows up every night here.
Has your brother?
People talk all the time, players talk all the time about the speed of the game being different. Does the speed of the game surprise you?
And has it slowed down for you?
Yeah, like I said, the consistency, the athletes. I mean, everybody's tooled up here. Right? It's a fast league. It's a powerful league. I'm kind of figuring out the game. With 30-something games in now, I've kind of seen what the level's about. I'm not in a decision-making role. So I have a lot of time to process what's going on. But so for me, is the game slowing down? I just see it as really competitive baseball, night in and night out.
Has your brother been any resource for you?
Yeah, no doubt. He's gone through it. He's had his highs even as a player, and he's had his lows. And we talk all the time, and it's about just trying to be consistent for these guys. Show up every day with a smile on my face, with energy, and try to push these guys forward.